duty was really good. I thought that the defense of Calcutta really solid. You were just. One thing that happened was on turn 8, I had destroyers and naval transports here, and they were moving past British Malaya, which has a coastal artillery which could fire at that narrow crossing. And one by one, I moved them through. I know that if I had moved all three, if I had moved 3 at a time, Boston Bruce would have declared war. But I think because I was only moving 1 through at a time, and if he had declared war, I would have just stopped moving more units through there. And he elected not to declare war. But then in hindsight, he was saying, I should have declared war there. America was doing well as far as their peacetime income increases. I think they were at 42. And so they wouldn't have been that hurt. Maybe they would get in the war in another 3 turns, But if he had declared war, then I wouldn't have had the range with my surprise strike. If you're looking at me coming here with naval transports that have a range of 3 because of the major port, 1 to get to I-12, 2 to get to I-7, 3 to get to I-4. It was only with surprise attack special ability that I could get to I-5 and drop them off. So if he had declared war on me, then he would have prevented, he would have saved Lower Egypt. So that was something in hindsight, he wished that he had declared war. But boy, once that happened, and then Italy was just spreading, and to get the frustration of not having the text to mitigate the convoy raiding and our good luck particularly on turns like 7, 8, and 9, we were rolling high damage or at least I rolled well on turn 8 for my subs, and then after that I was pathetic. But Hambone was really lucky with the Italian coastal subs. They just seemed to roll a 6 and have Bruce roll a 1 and then max out this line in M8 consistently turn after turn. So I thought that Bruce really showed composure, and he was able to take the punch, and he was so bitter somewhat, but he was less bitter than I would have been, and he played it out despite this is not a fun game to play when you're in that position. So I know that Commonwealth is a tough side to play, and you did a really good job with France. So tip my hat to you. Hambone, wow, so awesome to play with you. You're so flexible. I really like your play style, that you're always setting yourself up in a position that after your opponent goes, then you can move dynamically and change your target, just like you did on this turn 13, where America moved in their Navy into M2, and you swarmed in with everything. And took that out. I really liked your idea of us trading units that were limited on production-wise. That really took advantage of our Lower Egypt strategy. It was great communicating with you. You're really easy to work with, very reasonable. You only silked me once, where you were going to send me a Marine. You forgot to. I did like teasing you about that. Did a great job. Transcaucasia, that was all your move, and I really think that was kind of like, I basically, this game, I did not win this game. Hambone won this game. Transcaucasia, huge. Working together on Lower Egypt, that was a good start to us winning, but this really changed things and kind of, I think, knocked Russia out of contention. But the attacks in M8 on turn 12 for Italy and M2 on turn 13 for Germany, that's all you, Hambone, and that's your vision, and you get the win, MVP for sure in this game. So I salute you. Sarge's shell hole. I thought that you built, I have to eat crow, because I thought you were declaring war on turn 8 was too early. I thought building this many jets was not good. I thought that you should have made a deal with me in the Eastern, because I thought, well, you're really enmeshed with Germany here. And once you lost Transcaucasia, I thought, okay, you've got bigger fish to fry than Japan. Why don't we leave each other alone? But I have to confess that you really showed that if you get good income rolls with Russia, you should consider whether or not it makes sense to go to war early. And the best decision you made was when you realized, oh my gosh, I have to declare war as Russia, and you did it. That's a really very important decision about whether or not you let Germany do Operation Barbarossa against you, which you would have been in peril because you had your units up front, close to the Germans. So I think that was your best decision in the game, was to say, oh my gosh, my income roll was so high, I've got to do it. So great plan. It's hard to be Russia. You're alone. You don't have anyone to really bounce things off of. And it's a three-way game. So the Allies are mad at you, and I wasn't mad at you. But I was thinking, okay, can't we be friends over here? And you definitely extracted a pound of flesh. Your units got good value in how many units they killed. So well played. Let's see. I talked about Panzer, talked about Hambone, I talked about everyone. So really love this group. Lucky to play with everyone. We're going to take a little break for a while. And hopefully when we come back, we'll get back to our blistering fast pace. I know things were slow for the holidays, and I really appreciate the group's understanding with me. Took my wife on a trip for our 30th wedding anniversary, and the kids were home from college, and then I had my gaming weekend where I tear down the board, set things up. So I know I really slowed the game down, and I really appreciate everyone's patience with me. I'm very grateful to have all my friends to play with, and I'm looking forward to many more years of playing with the gang.